Hey, this is Rachel Philman, junior on the High Techs. Help me help the kids of Southwest Virginia win the fight against childhood cancer. Please go to fightingkidscancer.com to learn more and donate today. Even $10 will help save a child's life.
On this episode of the Triumph Plus podcast, we sit down with Hokies wide receiver Jaylin Lane as Virginia Tech gets set to head towards Tallahassee to take on Florida State this Saturday at 3:30 p.m. Eastern. Jaylin, let's go back to last weekend real quick. Sold out environment, a white effect game, 66,000 fans in there. What was running through your head during that entire game?
You know, it's just you just got to thank the fan base because, you know, coming off kind of a loss, you know, you're not expecting, you don't know what to expect at a lot of places. But coming out, Hokie fans are crazy. They're loud. And when Quan scored the first touchdown, it erupted. It was a great environment. So you just got to be blessed to play in for sure. Take
us through your touchdown. That obviously we see the play on the field, but afterwards, crowd's going nuts. 66,000 fans all dressed in white. Yeah. How loud was that moment?
It was so loud. It's like once I realized I was like wide open and I had to land in the end zone, you could just hear the crowd slowly get louder and louder. It was like slow motion, but it was cool. You know, we got the end zone, did the celebration and stuff. So yeah, definitely.
So it does kind of move in slow motion right there.
Yeah, it's like we're playing the play in my mind. I'm like, dude, this is. I had a dream about it the other night. So, yeah,
that's awesome.
Great, yeah.
That's super cool. That's got to be a surreal moment. Sure. Turning the page towards Florida State, you guys are going to go take on the 5th-ranked team in the country down there in Tallahassee. Yep. From your position unit, what are you guys focusing on this week as you approach them?
You know, Coach Miles always tells us we try to be 1-0 every week. So how do we go about doing that? And it starts with a great week of practice, you know, great work day to day, and just get in. We just got to make plays. You know, it's a big stage, and it's what we're here for.
We're talking on Tuesday right now as this podcast comes out. What does the typical game week look like for you after you pick up a victory on Saturday? Take us through Sunday, Monday, into Tuesday.
So Sunday, you know, we come in, we got a lift in practice, and we watch film. And Coach Miles, we got in the receiver room, we got a 24-hour rule. After a loss, after a win, no matter what, we watch the film, clean it up. And after that, we move on. So, and yesterday was a big film day for Florida State. So, you know, and there was a lot of big recovery day. We don't have practice, just film, recovery, stuff like that. And today, we're back to work and lift this morning, class, come back for practice, go to work.
What does recovery actually mean? Because I think when people hear that, they're like, you're just like, I don't know, you rest and you sleep in. What is that? Like, that's actually another, like, full-time job in that day in itself.
Yeah, like, taking care of your body is definitely big. So you got ice tubs, a hot tub, you got Normatec boots, stretching, rolling out. Like big Monday, we got a couple different sessions we do with Deej in the weight room, so it's definitely a huge part of
it's not really like recovery. It's
it's not relaxing. I'm not gonna say it's not a massage, but yeah.
No doubt. Let's talk NIL a little bit. Obviously, you've had success on the football field this year, and you've continued to leverage your name, image, and likeness as it equates to that space right now. How do you approach it, being a wide receiver here at Virginia Tech, Power 5 level, with the success that you're having?
You know, one thing I want to do, I just want to use it to be able to help my community and stuff like that, especially back home. But, you know, just use my brand to be able to be a positive light in somebody else's life. And, you know, that I'm really only with y'all right now, and there's a lot of other things that could be happening. But, you know, I just want to continue to build it up as much as I can and be able to help as many people as I can.
There's so many things that can be distracting in this space, right? You got this brand reaching out, that person telling you what to do, and so on and so forth. But how do you make sure to keep the main thing, that being football at the end of the day?
You know, like I kind of just set aside time for that, like throughout my day or whatever. But like when it's time for football, it's time for football. It doesn't matter what else is going on, like film, practice, lift, whatever it is. So I kind of set aside time to kind of focus on that, like after I'm done with my classwork, kind of later at night and stuff like that.
For those people that are watching or listening to this podcast on TriumphNIL.com or Apple or Spotify, what interests you as far as NIL goes? Interest area, brands, partnerships, anything like that?
For me, I'm loving, like we talk about recovery a lot, but me and Deej actually been looking into a lot of recovery stuff, and that would interest me a lot. You know, we looked into like the little Firefly recovery, some other stuff with like compressive recovery. And that area of the game would definitely interests me.
Does that stuff just interest you in general, obviously outside of football, being able to take care of your body, nutrition, health, all that stuff?
Oh, yeah, definitely, because it's cool to learn, like, how your body actually recovers. Like, me and Deej had a 30-minute conversation about it and, like, talked about this compressive thing, getting blood flow, new blood to your muscles so it can recover. It was a long conversation, but it was really cool to learn about that kind of stuff, and I definitely want to dive more into that for sure.
What's your major?
Right now it's consumer studies.
Okay, so if you look at consumer studies and you think about, obviously you're the football player on Saturdays with that helmet on and the jersey on, taking Lane Field or whatever stadium you're walking into. But there's another passion area that people don't often know about. So as it relates to your major, what interests you as far as future potential careers once football is done, hopefully 10, 15 years down the line?
You know, one thing, like I said, I want to give back. And one thing I know that I could have an impact in is coaching and doing things in that realm. And also, you know, just being able to impact them with, like I said, the recovery stuff and learning more about that. I'm not like a sports science or anything major like that or physical therapist major, but like, you know, that's kind of piquing my interest at this moment in time. And I just continue to learn about that. So, like I said, just whatever in the future, just be able to coach and help kids recover and, you know, be the best of their, be able to perform at their best ability.
That'd be really cool,
Yeah.
like coaching plus recovery or anything like that. Would you
Yeah.
ever open your own training center or anything like that?
I've actually thought about that
Really?
before. Me and one of my homeboys were talking about it. Like, it's just kind of like just brainstorming like things we could do in the future, and that kind of came up one time. So
That would be cool.
who knows?
That would be really cool.
Yeah.
Community service is obviously big for you. You've mentioned that a couple of different times now. Why?
You know, like I said, I love to give back. Like what we did over the summer with the Hokies Way and stuff like that. It just, you know, giving back is why I'm here, really, because I don't want to do this for myself. You know what I'm saying? So being able to help somebody else who's in need or just needs a helping hand, whatever it is, I'm all there for it.
Using your name, image, and likeness for something bigger than yourself. That's, I think, often a missed point in today's generation because you hear all these headlines out there on social media, right, about this player making this amount of money, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
But how do you make sure to keep that so well-rounded where you don't get caught up in, oh, my evaluation could be this or that or whatever it is, and use your name, image, and likeness, like you've talked about, for the betterment of other people?
Yeah, like you said, I just want to, because I know I've been put in this situation for a reason. And I know it's not for me to just continue to uplift myself and stuff like that. So, you know, and whatever I do, that's how I was raised. My father always taught me, if you got it, you got to give back and, you know, show people that you care about them, stuff like that. And, yeah, so that's my main goal, just to always try to give a helping hand where I can.
Give a helping hand where he can. I appreciate that. That's awesome. Jaylin Lane, Mitch Gerber here on the Triumph Plus podcast. Once again, Virginia Tech going to head down towards Tallahassee, Florida to take on Florida State this Saturday at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Jaylin, good luck this weekend.
Thank you.